Hey, what's up? It's Sean Sievert with Richview Multimedia. Today, I'm going to show you how to take one single vocal and how to spread it out and fill out your stereo image. All right, welcome back, everybody. So sometimes I know we might have some vocals that is just a one solo vocal and you don't have any stacks, so you can't do the panning left and right, and you feel like, man, I wish I could just like really spread this out, make it seem bigger. Well, there's just tips and tricks of things that you can do to make it seem bigger. So that's what I'm gonna show you in this video. So right now I've got a vocal, it's just a singing vocal. I'm gonna just mute all my reverbs and delays, and we're just gonna play the raw vocal with the beat so you can hear what it sounds like before I do anything.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit. Let me remind you, it's gonna be alright, cause who God saves, he gives a little light. Devil had...
Alright, so you can see it's pretty dry. No effects, no reverb, no delay. So now I'm gonna start putting on the reverbs that I've already applied. As you can see right here, I've got a short reverb, a middle reverb, mid-length, and a long reverb, and then I use this crystal verb for like some kind of high-end sparkly. That's the four that we're going to focus on. Then I have a 1/8 delay and a 1/4 delay. So we're going to start with just adding them in. I'm going to just highlight this one right here, and now you're going to see just how the reverbs sound, but that's not the tip. That's not what's going to spread it out initially. But let's take a listen.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit. Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit.
Now I've already went through and set the reverbs at the length or at the amount of send that I have going to the reverbs. That's all going to have to do with your taste and how much you want of each. To go over the reverbs real quick, the short is more of a high end. It's getting more of the high end frequencies. The mid-length one is getting more of kind of like the middle actually too. So I'm cutting out some of the low, cutting out some of the high, kind of meeting in the middle. The long reverb is more of a cutting off the high end. So I've got a low pass filter, and also I have a high pass filter cutting off like the bass, but I'm getting more of the low frequencies. And the crystal is more of just like this shiny, sparkly, more high end reverb, but it kind of has like a little bit of effect to it too. All right, so here's where the widening comes in. With any send, if you look right here, here's your send. If you I'm gonna pop it up. So you click it, boom, your send pops up. Right here, you have your panning ability. So you can automate this. I've done some really cool automation with reverbs where I've made reverbs go, very slowly back and forth and have them like kind of cross like two different reverbs, or have a reverb going one way and a delay going the other. So they kind of slowly cross to where it's not super noticeable, but it's there. So it just kind of, you can subconsciously hear it almost. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to start panning these reverbs and listening to how it starts spreading the stereo field of this vocal and making it sound bigger. So we're going to start with the first reverb, and I'm just going to solo this vocal.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit.
So if you're in some headphones, you can definitely hear it over here. Now I've got it panned pretty hard at about 47. I'm going to pull it back up to about 35, 34, 35.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement.
So you can hear it kind of shining over here. Now let's go to the next reverb, which is the mid verb, and we're going to do the opposite. We're going to throw 35 to the right.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit. Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit.
All right, we're going to go to the long verb, which is the more of the deeper sound in verb, and we're going to pull that one. Let's pull that one to the left as well, and we're going to take it about 40, just a little bit further out.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit.
Okay, and then let's take the crystal verb, and we're going to push it out 40 to the right.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit.
All right, now these two delays, I'm going to pan them. One is this is the 1/4 delay. I'm going to pan it about 50 to the left, and the 1/8, 50 to the right, and I barely have them tapping in. The send isn't going too hard, so there's not a strong delay, but it's definitely there. So I'll play it and stop the vocal so you can hear it.
Devil had my heart.
So you can hear it kind of bouncing.
Devil had my heart.
Now what I'm going to do is I have this next track down here in the pink. I have those verbs, all those synths are just monoed out. So they're not panned. So let's listen to it go from the first vocal, this green up here, into the pink, and see if you can hear the difference of the width of from panning these verbs, these reverbs and delays to the straight down the middle.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit. Let me remind you, it's gonna be alright, cause who God saves, he gives a little light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Ay, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can, just with headphones on, I'm listening to headphones and I can hear the difference. Like it feels like it just goes from this, it goes from this to this. Like the vocals right here. And even with the verbs like in the middle, it still kind of gives it some like stereo field and like spread out a little bit because those reverbs are stereo and they kind of have that effect to them. But it's more like this right here. It's like the vocals here, and then when they're all in the center, it's like the verbs like that. But whenever you start panning it, it's like that. It's like that to me in my ears. So let's listen to it one more time.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit. Let me remind you, it's gonna be alright, cause who God saves, he gives a little light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
All right, let's take a listen with the beat in the background too and see how it feels.
This lick don't flip. Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit. Let me remind you, it's gonna be alright, cause who God saves, he gives a little light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Ay, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it.
All right, one more time from the top. Again, the green is with the reverbs panned out, and the pink is with them straight down the middle.
This lick don't flip. Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit. Let me remind you, it's gonna be alright, cause who God saves, he gives a little light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Ay, this little.
Yeah, I like it. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, we're going to listen to just the reverbs. And the way we can do that is just solo the vocals and then hit the mute. So I'm soloing the vocal track, but I'm also muting it. And we're just going to turn the pre on right here on each one. So let's start with the first one. This is the short verb. All right, and let's listen to the next one, which is the mid verb. So you can hear one on the left and one on the right. Let's open up the long verb, which is further to the left. Could probably do that even harder. Okay, and then let's open up the crystal verb. All right, and here's the quarter delay. Hear it on the left. All right, and here's the eighth to the right. All right, and then we're going to unmute and hear the main vocal with all that.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit.
All right, and let's take a listen to going from that again to the one with everything straight monoed out.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause that stone counterfeit. Let me remind you, it's gonna be alright, cause who God saves, he.
All right, here's what we're going to do next. I'm going to go ahead and set the pre on both the one where we have the reverb spread as well as the delays, and then the one that is still monoed out. And let's listen to what it sounds like when it goes from the ones that are spread to the ones monoed out on the pre without the main vocals also playing. Spread. Oh yeah. I mean, major difference. Let's hear that one more time. Spread. Yeah, so big difference there. So that's one way that you can use sends to reverbs, to delays, to modulation, flangers, choruses, all kinds of things. You know, any kind of effect you're going to send to, you can pan, and you can also automate. You know, you could automate it to where you have, you know, the two of the reverbs kind of taking turns going back and forth like that from left to right, and you don't want to do it fast because then it's going to kind of cause like almost like a nauseating feeling, like a dizziness, kind of throw people's ears off. Just kind of slowly have it automating, like, you know, just like a slow left to right, very, very, very slow like that. And it'll kind of give it like a moving effect like that. It's kind of slow. It's really cool. I've done it on quite a few tracks and had artists trying to figure out, like, what did you do to my vocals? Like, what am I hearing? You know, it just sounds awesome. So play with that, you know, play with the stereo field. It's not just the main vocals that can be spread. It's the reverbs, the sends, the delays, all the effects. So I hope this helps you out. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and play it one more time with the beat. Again, the green is with it spread out. The pink is with it still straight down the middle.
Devil had my heart, it was covered in cement. God cracked that stone, cause the stone counterfeit. Let me remind you, it's gonna be alright, cause who got saved, he gives a little light. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Ay, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
All right, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I really hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I'm quick to reply, and I love conversating with you guys. If you have any questions as far as helping you out with your mix game, feel free to hit me up. I love to talk to you. We can do some one-on-one time. I can definitely take a look at your sessions as well. I do one-on-one lessons. I tap into your sessions, see where you're at, and help you grow from where you're at. So contact me anytime. You can message me on here. You can hit me on Instagram @ViewBeats, or you can hit me up on email, viewmixing@gmail.com. So be sure to hit me up. My name's Sean Sievert, aka View Beats, Rich View Multimedia. Thanks for tuning in, and God bless.